Okay, so once every 3 to 4 months, the AC unit needs a little bit of maintenance. In order to clean it, you'll just need some wet paper towel and some dry paper towel. With the wet paper towel, simple things. You just want to make sure that you get up on top, and you'll see. Can you see where my hand is?
Yep.
So you'll see up here. Basically, just wipe the wet paper towel over the top here. This is where the vent for the fan intake is. Every once in a while, it just needs a little bit of a wiping, and you'll get some dirt off. And then a little bit more there. And don't make it too wet, just lightly damp is plenty enough. Then we have over here. This is the air filter. You see where my finger is right here?
Mm-hmm.
And over on the other side, my finger is on the exact same side. I'll be taking that, and you just pull it towards you and up, and it should open up very easy. Then you'll see up in here, you see up here how there's this black vent and this black thing right here. So each of these, you just take and you push it up a little bit there, and then you pull it out, and it should slide out nice and easily. Should be the key word here. There you go. Slide out nice and easy. And you take the other one, slides out nice and easy. And you'll see how there's some dust on each of them there. All that you have to do is just rinse this under some water, and then fan it out a little bit, let it dry, come back in, slide it back in. You're good and done with this. Then, when it comes to the other maintenance, so this right here, you'll see that there is a button right here over on the side. If you want to move the camera to the side, a button right there, and then there's a button over on the other side, the exact same thing. You press those two buttons in, and then you take this cover and you pull it towards you, away from the wall. When you pull it towards you, this will come off. You can just set that down to the side. You see this tank right here. So this tank needs cleaning, is the biggest thing that needs cleaning, because otherwise water will start dripping out of this all the time. So then you'll see over on the side right here where my finger is, get in close, you see this little white tab clear tab right there, and how there's another clear tab on the other side of the exact same thing. You take those two tabs, you push them in together towards this way, and then this will slide out underneath. You take this off. When you take this off, a little bit of water might start dripping right here. That's why you have the dry piece of paper towel right here. You take some dry paper towel, just wipe it down. If you move this, you see this little black piece right here? If this moves up like this, you might get that sound. Don't worry if that sound happens, it's not gonna hurt you. All it is activating the pump. So all that I'm doing right here is just taking the paper towel and just wiping down any dirt that I see on most of this here. As you can see, some dirt comes on off. Then we got this right here. You want to clean the float, this black piece on the top, the sides, and lift it up a little bit so that way you can get all around on the bottom. Yes, I know that it's making that sound. And here you go. There's still some more in here. Okay, there we go. So, I think I got this decent here. Now then, you take this piece, right? You take this tub here. You're gonna take this tub over and throw this water out. So you take this and you dump it outside.
Not down the toilet?
Preferably not, definitely not down the toilet. Don't dump anything other than toilet paper down the toilet. Then you take this, throw the water outside, anywhere outside. then you'll see that this little blue piece in here, it comes off. All you have to do is just grab it and pull it off. You'll see that it's filled with a bunch of gunk and yeah. So then you can take this, you can run this under the sink, however, or you can run this under the hose. I'm gonna take this over to the sink so that way I can show you guys how you're doing it on the sink. We're here at the sink. Take this, you take the blue piece and you pop that blue piece out as I had showed there. You just take it from this little hole in the middle there, pop it out. Then you take the sink and you're running it just running it into the sink there. Perfectly sink at full pressure. All that you're trying to do is just get rid of some of the gunk. I have gloves on. You can just use paper towel for this if you want to. There we go. Okay, that's about as clean as this blue piece gets. See how much cleaner it is now? Heck of a lot better. So then we take, I'm just setting that to the side. We're taking the rest of our container here, how it's all filled up with the gunk here. Gonna run this under just water. Do not use soap. Do not use a cleaning agent. Do not use soap. You take this, and there we go. Just rinse it out a little bit. Make sure the sink strainer is in the sink before you're doing all of this. You take a piece of paper towel, just wipe it on down on the inside here. And then I'm just gonna be wiping it on down here. So I just finished doing the little filter thing here, the little tub. As you can tell, it's a lot cleaner than what it was before. Then I'm gonna take and do these. All you do, just run the sink. Simply run the sink over them. Then flip it over, run the sink over them the other way.
Actually, you're running the faucet, not the sink.
Then take a piece of paper towel, wet it a little bit. Just run the paper towel over each side, just a little bit there. Just trying to get the dust off. As you can tell, all the dust starts like bunching up there. At least we're getting the Dawn off. That's what I was going for. And then I'm just gonna do this on each side here. Do this a couple times, run this under the water, and then fan it out. So now I'm done with rubbing it. I've wiped it down a couple of times on both sides, ran it into the sink a couple times. This is good enough. Then you just take it and you can just like fan it a little bit here. I'm gonna go outside so that way I can really fan it out. You got clean one, dirty one. So that's the difference between them. Now we're gonna go outside, fan it out. Follow me. This is the clean one. That's just been ran underwater. As you can tell, we're just fanning out the water here a little bit. Takes a little while of fanning this all out, and here you go. Much less water here. This way you can put it back into the machine, and don't run the machine for the next like 2 hours after you put it right back in. Otherwise, leave it out for a couple hours so it fully dries and then put it back in.
Okay.
So here we are with the clean vents, the clean tub. The vents, I did not leave them out for a couple hours, so make sure that you don't run the AC for the next like 2 or 3 hours here. Just that way, these can just dry while they're sitting up inside of there. Now this one right here, we're gonna install this back in first. So you take the blue little filter thing, and you see those, you see the little clear prongs inside here. How there's like a hole there, and then those 3 prongs. You take this and you push it down in between that there. It should stay on pretty sturdy. Like you could wobble it a little bit there, but it's in there pretty sturdy. Then we're gonna take this and we're gonna take this tub right here. We're gonna go like this and push it up from the bottom side here. You'll see this clear tab right in front of this finger here, right on top of my finger there. There's another one on the other side, same thing. You gotta line those up with the hole right here. Then you push upwards towards the ceiling and you'll hear that click. I'll do this again so that way you can hear the click again. As you push it up, you'll hear a click. And there you go. That's all done right there. Then you take this other cover that we had set aside for the cleaning there. You take that, you put it back over the top of this, and you push in towards the wall. You'll hear that click, so that way you know that it's snapped in place. I'll do that again, so that way you can hear the click. There we go. Then, this right up here, we're gonna take our clean vents. Now there is a correct side to install it on. You see these little black tabs, how they're sticking out from the bottom there, and this side doesn't have it. These black tabs go on the bottom. So you take this, and you stick this, you stick this right here. You'll see how there's like these six grates. You take this side and this side here, and you're gonna line it up to either side of the 6 grates right there. And then you just slide upwards. Now sometimes it takes a little bit of finagling and a little bit more pushing, but it will go on up. Then you'll see how this bottom part, that is not fully in. You take this little black tab right here and you push it up, and then that didn't work. So you have to take both sides here and you push them both up and in. You'll see how the black plastic pieces, like this little black tab, there's a little white tab hole right here. You want it to enter in through that, and you want the other one to enter through that, and you want this little black piece to be in between this as well. So, right up there. Here we go. You see that little tab right there? You want it right up into there. And then you see right here how this black piece goes right there, this goes right into there, and this goes right into there. And there we go. And now that's fully installed.
Okay.
So then you do the other side here, push that on up and in. Same exact thing, 2 black tabs, other middle tab right in the middle there. Then, when you're all done, you're not done with this, you're done with this. So you take this right here, you come up closer towards the top. Then actually you'll see down in here how there's a little support beam right there. This little support thing is what's holding it open. You kind of just need to grab from here. You'll hear that little creaking a little bit. Don't worry. It doesn't take too much force, so if it's taking too much, don't force it because you're probably doing it a little wrong. But all that you have to do is just push down. Push down a little bit, and then there we go. Now I'm taking this and you just slap it into place. Done.